This is St Margaret's Church in the village of Wetton in the Staffordshire Peak District. Hello, this is Les Gray. I am here this morning with Karen Ray to fit the mufflers to the tower bells as a mark of respect for Remembrance Sunday ringing this afternoon. To get to the bells, we have to climb up the old steps into the bell tower from the belfry. There are the ringing ropes in the warmer, ready for ringing this afternoon. There's the next flight of stairs. These are the holes that the rope comes through from the ringing platform into the clock chamber, and they go up through the garter holes into the bell chamber above, and there are the steps going through to the bell chamber, where Karen is already through there fitting the mufflers to the bells. Here we are in the bell chamber now, and Karen has already started fitting the muffles to the bells. There she is. What bell is that, Karen?
This is the third bell. It was cast in 2001. It's our newest bell with a ring of 6, and I'm putting the muffles on. And then you put one on, which is on one side, which muffles the backstroke.
Karen, I know that the backstroke is one of the 2 rings that a bell gives during one rotation, but how would you know that you are applying the muffle to the backstroke?
There is a garter hole there which the rope goes through, and you put the muffle on the opposite side of the garter hole.
Right.
We muffle the bells for a mark of respect, today being Remembrance Sunday. We also muffle the bells if it's at a funeral. The only time they have muffles on both sides of the clapper, so that's hand and backstroke, is when the monarch dies, and that's when they're fully muffled.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Karen, does it matter which muffle goes on which bell, or are they all the same?
No, they're all different. As you might be able to see with the sizes, that's the number 6 bell, which is the tenor bell, and this is the second bell, number 2, which is a lot lighter, and you can see that from the size of the muffle.
Yeah, let's have a look at the inside of those muffles. They just wrap round the clapper.
Yes, and you tie them on, and hopefully they don't move.
Ah, yes, they need to stay in position.
Yes. So I'm just going to put number 2 on.
Here we can see the rope coming off the wheel of the bell and going down and dropping through the garter hole through the clock chamber to the ringing platform below. This is the indication of which way round, of course, as Karen has explained, the muffler has to be fitted. This is the muffle fitted to the bell. A little bit hard to see, but effectively it's a leather muffle fitted on one side of the clapper. There it is. And of course the other side is still a bare metal. The clapper swings against the bell as normal, but the sound gets muffled because of the leather pad between the bell and the clapper. But of course on the other side, when it hits, it rings normally. Which bell is this, Karen?
This is the 6, the tenor bell.
The biggest bell?
It is the biggest bell. It's about 6 3/4 hundredweight. Not huge as bells go. It also is the clock bell. You can just see there where the clock hammer will strike on that side.
Oh, right.
I can't remember when it was cast. I can't talk at the minute because I've got...
So we've got all the half muffles on now, Karen. What do we do now?
What we need to do now is to ring the bells up. So that means them going full circle, so they'll be inverted, and to check that they are going to strike on the backstroke, not the hand stroke. The clock's made by John Smith and Sons from Derby. I'm not sure on the year. It's very, very accurate, almost to the second sometimes. It does vary with the weather and the pendulum. It can be a little bit faster if the weather's cold. Pete, my husband, winds it twice a week, unless he gets help from Darryl. Bless him.
As Karen takes this bell up, she'll be able to hear that the backstroke is muffled. There we are, we know that one is okay. Margaret, today's Remembrance Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts and feelings about Remembrance Sunday?
I have ambivalent thoughts about Remembrance Sunday because I think it veers between a genuine wish to help wounded soldiers and a very near glorification of war,
Yes.
which I'm certainly not in favour of. So I don't wear a red poppy. I will give to the people who are selling the red poppies, but I don't wear one.
No.
I wear a white one,
Yeah.
which is a symbol of the Peace Pledge Union.
Excellent. Thanks
All right.
for that.
You're welcome.
Chris, you've been a bell ringer for a long time. What are your earliest recollections relating to the muffles fitted to the bells?
Well, I used to ring at a village in Barwell in Leicestershire, and one of the jobs that you used to get when you were a younger member, so I suppose I would be about 14 or 15, was to put the muffles on. It was quite difficult and a bit airy really sometimes, because you used to go up there on your own, and the bells were only about 18 inches from the ringing chamber floor, so you had to climb underneath and lay on your back, and the bells down there were considerably big with a big 1500 weight tenor, and now you could hear every creak going through the church while you were there on your own, but I quite enjoyed doing it.
When the bells are up, we put warning signs out and we put the ropes up out of the way like that, because if somebody were to come in and didn't know what they were doing and pull the rope would carry on up, because the bell would swing like a pendulum because of the kinetic energy stored in the bell.
Trevor's going. She's gone.
what the bells sound like when they're muffled on one stroke.